we go.
Right, there we go, we're back. Right, hopefully that would have solved the thing.
Can you hear me, Toxic? Can you hear me now? Reply.
Right, if you give us a rundown of the top 10, see if they can hear you then.
Okay, so in first we've got DRT Invade in the AlphaTauri. In second we've got Dano 132 in the McLaren. We've got third McCracken in the Renault. We've got fourth XDG Mandu in Haas.
Let's call him Mando.
In fifth we got Destroyer in the Haas. Sixth we got Raikkonen in the Ferrari. Andy Uskin in seventh in the Renault. Locker in the Racing Point in 8th, Tennis in the Williams in 9th, and I didn't get 10th because I'm slow.
That's alright. Oh, you called him Tedist. See, some people called him Ted first. Technically, that's a 1.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just say it how I see it.
They can hear you.
Good.
So, all good.
I say it how I see it. I don't try to think too much about it.
That's what you do most of the time, don't you? You just say it as you see it.
Exactly.
Right, Q2, strategy time. Strategy.
Mediums.
I haven't done any strategy practice
Mediums.
around here. Mediums?
Yep, mediums. I'm not too sure if you can do soft to hard. I know...
Is it like most cases where the softs just drop off completely after like a few laps?
Well, you can only really do two runs in qualifying on a set of softs, so before they're absolutely dead. So you know, I wouldn't expect it any better in the race. So.
And it's a simple one stop, isn't it? Mediums to hards, I guess.
Simple one stop. Pit lap. 11. Ones at hards. Off you go.
2 stop is just you lose far too much time, I guess.
I mean, isn't that basically everywhere? Apart from places like Singapore or where else?
It's like Canada last week. Canada last week, a 2 stop compared to a 1. The two was actually quite close.
Yeah,
because I guess
the 2 stop.
Just the way the track is, I guess.
Yeah, the 2 stop is the best strategy around Canada because the pit straight is the pit time's so small compared to like I don't know Silverstone, which is like the longest. I think Silverstone's 32 seconds. I think.
Yeah.
Something stupid like
that. Yeah, and that's why, because Canada's a short pit lane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't lose that much time through there.
And you come out at turn 2 as well.
Yeah. Right. Do you mind me taking the lap on board Invade?
Yeah. Find it.
All right. Let's ride on board with last week's winner in Canada in the AlphaTauri DRT Invade. He's on board with the mediums. Obviously, don't expect as much grip as we head down into turn 1 and 2. Very difficult corner because the car tends to snap halfway through.
Oh, yeah.
See, and he's won right, but he's kept it.
He's got away with that. Wow.
That's a bit of a surprise. Right, through turn 3 and turn 4, you've got to carry the speed as much as you can through this very tight, kind of finicky end of the first sector. Middle sector indicators halfway through that like little straight there. Through turn 7 is completely flat out, but you need to get the exit of it perfectly. Get the car straight as soon as possible down the back straight for the chicane. Now you've got to spot your turning, which is difficult because you've got so many different track layouts pointing everywhere, and he's run very deep into the entrance. Carry the speed through the chicane. Don't want to get too much on the curves because that hurts you all the way down to this corner, which is turn 10.
Was it?
You can see on the inside of the track because you've got corner markers there. There's turn 11 and 12. It's kind of similar to Canada turn 1. You just got to go for the late apex again through turn 12. This time to the left. It's got a Renault Vandy in front of him, but gets out of the way nicely. Through turn 14, again down into 4th gear. How you speed through, but make sure you don't run too far deep into the final corner, and then open up the DRS The start finish line is not that, or that one. It's that one. There you go. 30.9.
Actually, I've got one thing that this track stands out to me over every single track. In qualifying, you want to spend as little time in the pits as possible, because all you hear every time a car comes in and out of the pits is
the alarm.
It annoys the hell out of me.
The alarm to tell you that the car is coming in the pits. Yeah.
And this is the only track. It's the only track here that it does it.
And it's really loud, isn't it?
Extremely loud.
Off-putting as well. That lap from Invade, a couple of mistakes here and there, but reasonable, I guess. Guess we need to see where everyone else is. I think we've got Daniel coming round one or two corners now.
Just trying to find who's in it.
Comes Daniel, is going to be in the 30s. It's 30.6, so it goes quicker.
McCracken is just about to start a lap.
Okay, you got his teammate Andy just coming round now. I think the other thing as well is there's not many overtaking opportunities here, is there? I think that's the other thing.
I mean, if you want to go ballsy, there's a few, but you're definitely relying on your counterpart to give you space. So putting your trust in the other racer. But there are a few, but no conventional ones really, not many.
Yeah.
Everywhere around here, apart from on the straights, brings risk.
Yeah. I mean, the overtaking in turn 1, even though you got the DRS, as I said, halfway throughout that chicane, the car seems to snap unless you short shift or anything. But if you're battling somebody, that's the least thing you're worrying about, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're worrying about the space given.
Exactly. I mean, I'm the same. I turn 1, take turn 1 at 4th and straight up to 5th.
Yeah.
It's a horrible corner. At least it's not sunny. It was.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. The sunlight.
Just like at the next track we go to, turn 1. If it's sunny, you can't see the corner.
30.5 from McCracken. Very nice. McCracken seems to be on pace tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah. I was just watching that. It was a very good lap.
Needs to be McCracken. He's had 3 races of 0 points, so he needs to get back onto it, especially the fact that his teammate Andy is leading it. Invade's done 3 laps on the meet. He's done 3 laps though.
3 laps.
Should you be doing that?
No, not around here.
No.
I mean,
unless it's raining. Although if it was raining, everybody be on soft, surely.
Yeah, definitely. So
that's a weird one.
I'd say it's not raining just because of the tyre selection.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people on the medium tyres actually. There's only Raikkonen and Gabuki on the softs currently.
Unless it's towards the end.
Yeah. Never want to be doing 3 laps though, personally. Tacticals up to 5th on a 30.9. And McCracken really needs to get some solid points here tonight to get the momentum back, because he started off relatively well, a few bits here and there, but you do not, and I think I remember last season in F2, you do not want to go on a run of no points in a row.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not even the fact of no points. I don't know, it plays with your head a little bit. You know, one race not too bad, but a couple of races it starts playing on your head, and then even more mistakes creep in. But Kraken's not dumb. He's a good racer. He knows what he's doing. So
oh yeah,
I'm sure he'll do fine.
It's a lovely thin momentum, isn't it?
Yes.
Can be dangerous on either end of the side, because you can be low momentum. Oh, Dano, nice.
You're confident And sometimes having confidence isn't always a good thing.
That's a solid lap from Hippo. 30.8 ahead of Andy. Andy's might be in a bit of trouble as well with tacticals there on a high 30.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Just seeing there's a couple of people still in the pits. You've got Stars off, and he's already done 2 laps on these mediums. But he is.
And this is the thing when you. Go on, carry on.
No, he's just about to come finish a lap. He's just come through the last corner now. There's a little bit wide. Good exit though. Well, can't I see his time? That's fine. There we go. A bit better.
Nice. And McLaren a hunt in front of him of Orphan, I think. Yeah, Dano and a McLaren. Apparently he's that's his first time full time in a McLaren. Can't remember who he's let's have a look at this.
Who's he
Who
replaced?
he's replaced.
Let me have a look.
Locker. Locker would have replaced, although Locker is here as a reserve. Yes, so Dano's now full time in McLaren.
Yeah, I do believe Locker asked to be moved down to a reserve driver. I do believe.
Change all my records now. Cross out all the points that Locker has scored so far. Put Dano's name in my grid. There we go. Right, Tedist, who is crossing the line now. 30.5. Nice.
It's actually quite close if you take away first place.
He's very competitive.
Yeah, he's got 2.5 turns over everyone. But I mean, everyone behind him. I mean, from third and fourth is so close. Same with fourth and fifth and sixth, and fourth really.
Yeah.
Got a few.
Tedist is.
Go on.
Sorry. Tedist. I was just going to say about Tedist. Obviously going into third there. He's quietly chipping away from Andy Yuskin's lead. If you compare the last 2 races, 5th and a 3rd for Andy, 1st and a 2nd for Tedist, and he was very close for winning 2 in a row last week. So yeah, Tedist is coming into his own. I think talking to him last week, is this set of tracks, Austria and Silverstone, next 2 weeks included, these are his good tracks, so he's coming up to his good parts. It's weird like that, isn't it, Milty? Because you've obviously got your selection of tracks that you like.
Yeah.
As do I.
A load of them are coming up right now. Loads.
Yeah, Austria next week.
Austria, Hungary, Silverstone.
Belgium.
Yep. No, I'm not a huge fan of Belgium. Singapore. That's another one I like. Monza. There's loads coming up that I like.
Right, so this is slightly dangerous from Raikkonen, isn't it? 3 minutes left.
He's hoping
he's got to get a lap on the board.
Yeah.
He did this in China. He left it very late in China and it cost him. So, not to try to put the curse on it. Let's see how he gets on. Turn 1 and 2. Oh, how did he...
Lucky boy.
Again, I go through there and it corner cuts me. Maybe it's maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's a certain code somewhere where you can type into your Xbox. It's like it'll give me more leeway.
I wished. I mean, you definitely would need it.
Yeah, I got better.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Although tomorrow I'll probably get a load of him, and we haven't got to Mexico yet, which is my Achilles heel. So.
I hate that track.
Eesh.
Hate it.
Right, 50.5 middle sector from Raikkonen. Looks a solid lap so far. That corner really... That always makes me kind of nervous because the car feels like it's going to spin.
That corner's better than wet.
Yeah. Late apex from Raikkonen. Don't touch the curb, and that's what it does. Bit of a scruffy lap, but... Just needs to get a lap on the board. And second gear, slightly deep, but carry the speed through, a little bit loose. Depends what the lap time says.
Who's going to be out there? Ooh.
Oh no, he's 11th.
Wow.
Gotta go again, otherwise he's out.
10th off.
So those mistakes did cost him. Did look a bit, what's the word, ragged?
Yeah. That turns 1 should look good. Well, better than his last one.
Yeah. 9 is sector times. Let's see who else is...
Half a 10th up at the moment.
Yes, he's doing alright. Got Lincoln in 15th, just crossing the line now. You've got Kabuki on the sauce trying to get through. Orphan's out, as is X-Mando. They're thinking strategy, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
No one is gambling on the softs. Only actually, no, Kabuki is. Apart from that, he's the only one.
It's just not feasible. Oh, Roken's 2 tenths up.
That'll be enough, but his last set had a few slides in it, so...
I've been watching this lap, it's been very tidy.
Been tidier than the last one. It's this corner here. He caught the curb. Yeah, a lot better this time.
He's going to get in a good couple of attempts from that.
Who's just going to put under pressure? Actually, will knock his teammate out, Tacticals, because he's on the 10th position at the moment.
Ooh, a lot better for the lap. I'd say about 4
yeah, I think
tenths
Tacticals
better.
is going to go out.
8 tenths
Wow,
faster.
second.
Wow. Nice
He did lose a heap amount of time that last sector.
Where he lost 6 tenths. He just gained 6.5 tenths in the last sector.
So Tacticals is out. Andy is now in 10th place, and it says Kabuki or Lincoln, although Lincoln is 2 tenths down middle sector. This is all going to be about the last.
Kabuki 1.2 down as well. He's off all that.
So this is all down to Lincoln. Oh, he does it! Andy's out! Andy's out in 11th.
Wow.
Championship leader. Although I say 11th is a catastrophe. I mean, I guess it is because he's normally in Q3, but 11th is actually not too bad, Millsy, is it?
No, it's not when you compare it to someone like Invade who's done 3 laps. And Destroyer.
Yeah.
He's done 3 laps.
Yeah, he's on fresh tyres, so...
Exactly. I mean, Lockie did 2 laps. So, yeah. I mean...
Destroyer's done 3 as well.
11th it doesn't feel great, but when it comes to the race, you're on fresh tyres, and you're the first one on fresh tyres, so...
Very close in that midfield.
My question is, does he go brave and start in halves?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to him, he's not missed out by a lot. I mean, it's 4 tenths from 4th to 12th.
I mean, he's lost out by...
No, 4th to 13th.
He's lost out by less than a 10th. So...
Yeah.
Can't be kicking himself that much, but... Definitely doesn't feel good.
No, and the thing obviously the danger is, Millsy, is you and I both know, 11th may be good because you're on fresher tyres, but you've got to stay out of trouble in the first lap.
Well, I like to call it the danger zone. And because you just never know what's going to happen. And that's not against anybody, it's the same in any division. At the start, you just don't want to be in the middle of the pack.
No.
You just got threats everywhere around you.
This is a dangerous turn 1 and 2, isn't it?
Yes.
Because of the undulation and the curbs and everything else, and it's not exactly a long run down there, is there, to turn 1, so...
I mean, no, but there's always someone that likes to try and sneak on up the inside of turn 1. Well, any track, rarely. But, yeah.
So Andy, Tacticals, Mando, Kabuki, and Stars Orphan, those eliminated. Everyone went for all mediums, Millsy, which is kind of weird. There's normally 1 or 2 that will go on softs just to get into that top 10, but clearly the softs are just avoidable by the looks of this.
Yep, definitely. I mean, they're a qualifying time, and that's it really. Unless you get like a safe car with 5-6 laps to go, you can put them on then. But like I said, yeah, they're more of a qualifying tyre than anything else.
You know what I like about Double, right? Obviously he's got that qualifying ban, so he's waiting a long time, and That's one thing about when you do full qualifying as well in a league situation. It's a long time to wait, isn't it, when you eliminate from Q1?
50 minutes, I think, in total.
Yeah. Give or say. But he is getting involved in the chat, which is great to see. So
Definitely.
yeah. Right, pole prediction. Who's your money on?
I'm going to say Invade.
Yeah.
He's had the pace in Q1. He showed good pace again in Q2, so I'm going to say Invade the pole.
Okay.
Cracking for second. And Dano for third. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking Invade as well for pole. What am I thinking second? Who needs second? I'd say Ted is second, and Dano third, I think. So, in terms of the top 10 recent, you've got the main big hitters. Obviously, you're missing Andy, which, as I said, he normally hits Q3. It's keeping an eye on Hippo and Invade. Invade needs to back off at some point here.
Oh, definitely. Jeez.
Well, there you go. Now he is. I thought he was going to do a Mazepin in Q1 in Bahrain. Overtake Hippo, like jump the queue.
Do you want to know a fun fact about Mazepin?
Oh god, yeah.
Hamilton has raced on 3 tyres longer than Mazepin's career.
Yeah. Here's another one. You know that long stop from Bottas?
Yeah.
That lasted longer than his race. I think his Bottas' stop was like 30 seconds, and then Mazepin to 27. To be fair to him, it's race 1. I know he's not done exactly the best first impression, but he's got the rest of the season, hasn't he? He's got 19. No, not 19, is it? It's 21, isn't it? 21 races.
23.
23. Change our mind, doesn't he? So
yeah, I don't know.
See what he does at Imola.
I think he's already put a nail in his reputation before he joined F1. I mean, there's people out there that absolutely hate what he does, but he needs to keep his head clean and
yeah,
definitely focus on his driving.
Oh, Hippo! No, that was turn 13. It's that long left hand after the long right. You know that it basically tried to do an esports line. Tried to widen the corner on the entrance and got himself invalidated.
Oh, that's easy to do. Another fun fact. Did you watch
Invade 29-2?
Did you watch the Bahrain race?
I listened to it, watched the highlights.
Did you hear what the commentator said about Lando Norris?
No.
He said, "Oh, you can tell he's a sim racer in this." And when you look at Lando Norris's lines, he says, "Okay, you know where after the second DRS straight on the back straight, people run like really wide on the curbs to get a better angle. Well, Lando was doing that, and the commentator picked up on it and said it's just a fun moment."
Oh, Raikkonen! Second! 400s behind Invade. Good lap from Raikkonen. Puts himself on the front row.
Definitely putting his stamp down.
As I said, he's been so close to a race win. China, his results since China, including China, second, no points in Monaco because he couldn't race because he was working, 3rd and 7th.
Yeah, I mean, where is he in the championship again?
He's on 65 points. I think he's 6th? 7th.
It's just a shame. I mean, last season he was racing here and there because of work. It's unfortunate because he's got good pace. He could get so much more if he could race every week. But
He's in that. He's in that cluster though. You got him, Kraken, Lincoln. Well, not Source because he's not here. Tacticals and Invade. That a race win here could really bring them right to where Tedist and Andy are.
Oh yeah.
Not completely close, but they're still in it. We've still got a long way to go this season, so.
Definitely. I mean,
Lincoln goes to third behind McCracken, who's gone second.
wow.
Look how close that is. 4 on a 29.2.
Jeez.
Well, that's half a 10 covering the top 4.
It's the closest I've seen in a while.
Double in the chat saying that lap from Lincoln is a banker lap. What do you know that we don't? You go like 2 seconds quicker? No, it won't be 2 seconds quicker. Can you get 28 easy? By me. Right, Destroyer finishing a lap. Yes, he is.
I don't know.
See whether he can join the 29.2 club. 29.8 goes to 6th. Dano's the one I think will be interesting to look at.
He's going to be the one that I'm going to be looking at.
Can you see his first sector? Because I just missed it.
You have a little look.
Yeah, I agree, Hippo. That invalidation that you did there, that was a very silly one, but...
He is 2/10 faster than Invader in Sector 1.
Yeah, it's just gone through the middle now. This looks a pretty good lap, actually. Final ball for the last sector. Turn the car in. Again, it's like China turn 1. You've got to get that late apex. And even if you don't, you just carry the speed through.
If he can hook up this first sector, he's got ball. Well, provisional. Because he's just matched.
Slightly wide through there.
Matched Invade's middle sector. A little bit of a lock-up.
Bit of a lock-up. Yeah.
And again.
This might be close, 28, 29, 29.1 or 29.099 if you look at the leaderboard on the left, but takes provisional pole.
So he lost a 10th to Invade then in the third sector.
That's the 2 lockups then, I'd imagine.
I don't think the lockups would have affected him because he's still got good rotation, so I don't think it was a lockup.
Oh, he's still got that extra rotation.
Yeah, as Terra Limits would say.
Honestly.
Man's
right,
not,
so
man's not wrong.
Invades.
He just says that word a lot.
Yeah, man's not wrong. What is actually his catchphrase now? Is it extra rotation or was it yo?
Well,
because
all his videos start with
yo,
Terra Limits here.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. I think both, to be quite honest.
So Invade's come out quite early in this because if he does a lap and comes back round, this will be his last lap, Millsy, wouldn't it? So he's gone out relatively early compared to everyone else.
Anyone that comes out now they're only going to get 1 lap.
See how he gets on. Turn 1 and slight hesitation.
What?
Big slide through turn 2. Somehow managed to.
Give me.
It is on strict because I saw Hippo.
Give me these leniency, please, game.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Ooh, 2 temps up. He's done it.
2.5
The aggressive
temps
through
up.
turn 1 and 2 worked. See, I know it is on strict because Hippo, that track extend, you wouldn't get that on reduced.
No, you wouldn't.
But these lines through turn 1 and 2.
On reduced, even if you do cut the corner, it doesn't invalidate your lap.
No.
Just gives you a warning, which is pretty pointless.
Vade's on it. Vade's on a 28. If he can nail the last sector, he'll raise the bar for Dano, who is in the pits. I don't know whether he's going to get back out again. And this is where Dano made those couple of lockups.
Currently invaded half a 10th up. comparing to Dana.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say he's only a little bit up on him, but this is where you can make all the time if you can nail it.
Good
Yeah,
exit.
I think this will take pole back.
That was a good exit.
Is it going to sneak into the 28s?
Ooh.
Yes, it is. 28.8. And Dano is coming out the pits now. There's no way.
I'll keep an eye.
Milsey.
Yeah, yes.
Milsey, never mind. I've just seen it. Yeah. I've just seen it. He's cutting the course. Not allowed to.
I switched over to him and he was like on track past turn 2.
Yeah. I don't know whether he still make it, but McCracken's invalidated, unfortunately. I'm not sure whether he'll get back round again. Keep an eye on him just in case he does it again, but I know he's already done it once.
Okay, so you think
pretty sure
he hasn't cut the
he's not going to make it still.
He's
not going to make it still.
Nah, he's not making it at all. Try that.
Right, so we've got to keep an eye on where we're at. So who's going to be the first one? It's going to be McCracken first. He's just going to make it. Locker goes to third in the racing point. Good luck from Locker.
Like I said, Locker's got good pace, just unlucky.
Here comes McCracken. Nice through turn 1 and 2. Can you keep an eye on Raikkonen's sector times? It's just behind. Oh, Kraken went so deep. Turn 3. That would have cost him a heck of a lot of time. Yeah, Kraken's done. He's 3 tenths down already, first sector, and he's invalidated, so never mind.
Broken is half a tenth up, sector 1.
Yeah. Tedis is on a good lap. 2 tenths up, coming towards into the last sector now. Yeah, Dano didn't make it anyway, even with that straight line.
Oh, Broken's just got a bad exit.
Destroyed to third. Tedis got it.
Wow.
Just ahead of Invade.
Broken's 2.5 tenths down now. He's unless he had another bad sector 3. I don't think he's going to improve. He just got a bad exit.
Right and left.
He got a bad exit coming out of the chicane on the back straight.
He's got to still go in his last sector because a tenth for put him 4th. So he's still got to push.
Nice exit.
Let's see, he's 8th currently. Where does this go?
Yeah.
Stays 8th.
Yeah, and he pulled back
a lot of time.
He lost. Well, he only pulled back a tenth in sector 3, unfortunately.
All right, so there we have it. Ted first is on first again. I think that's his. I'm sure he got pole in. Did he get pole in Canada? Yeah, he got pole in Canada. That's back-to-back poles.
Nice.
Only just though. Yeah, half a tenth from Invade. Can you run us through the top 10, please?
Yep. So, do you want to take a screenshot to say?
No, just run us through the top 10. Say who they are.
So first is Ted first. Second is DRT Invade. Third is Dano. Fourth is Only Destroyer. Fifth is RSF1 Locker. Sixth is McCracken. Seventh is RSF1 Lincoln. Eighth is RSF1 Raikkonen. Daniel P45 in ninth. And in 10th, RSF1 Hippo.
4.5 tenths covering the top 8. That is not too bad at all.
Not at all. Hello.
Tedis, include your audio. Back-to-back pole positions. You must be very happy with that, but that was a close one against, what was it, Invade, that you just beat. Yeah, he's got to be very happy with that.
Yeah, I am actually, yeah. I saw it. Oh, excuse me. I was doing my lap and I saw Invade's fastest lap come up and I thought I was going to be tough to beat. I was expecting like 4th or 5th.
Yeah, so is this a track that you expected to be solidly in the Q3?
Sorry, pardon?
Is this a track you expected to be in the top 10?
Yeah, definitely in top 10, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously last week only just missed out on the win. We still got a very good result in second. What's your aim here? Obviously you got your championship rival, I guess, Andy, outside the top 10. So this could be a big opportunity for you.
Yes, I think this race is just going to be about consistency. Everyone seems quite quick and close. I think it's just going to be about consistency more than speed.
Obviously, run down to turn one. A little bit different, obviously, this week, because I remember you were on different tyres compared to everyone else around you.
Yeah.
This time it's kind of a normality. Everyone on the same tyre, everyone on mediums, everyone looking to do a one-stop, I guess, without a safety car. So I guess keep the lead into turn one and just go from there.
Yeah, that's it. I might let him invade part because that's a bit dodgy and he keeps jumping all over the place. I might let him go. But apart from that, I'm going to just try and keep in front.
Well, hopefully that internet doesn't cause any problems for everyone else. Milsey, any questions for Tedis here?
No, not really. Just good luck, you know.
Thank you very much.
Hope you have a good turn one.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, have a good one, Tedis, and maybe speak to you later.
All right, cheers, guys. Have a good one.
All right. Yeah, back-to-back pole positions for Tedis, and if he manages to win, and Andy doesn't get into the points, Millsy, he takes the championship lead, albeit by 5 points. I think.
So this
So
this race is quite crucial for him then.
Yeah, it's very crucial. And I mean, Andy's led this championship for a very long time. Although Tedis was the original leader after Bahrain, I believe, because he had a first and an eighth. So it seems to me he's eager to get it back. The thing, there's two things for me. If Andy can keep out of trouble out of the first few corners, make some progress, because I know he's capable of. You know, he has the outright pace, it seems. He could still be a factor. I mean, for example, Millsy, if he's like 6th or 7th, say, by lap 1, maybe even lap 2, he's then in this race.
Definitely. Right, I'm just going to go grab a drink. I will be back shortly.
Cool. Of course, the other factor is Double. We know how quick he is at certain tracks. We don't know what his pace is like. He obviously had that qualifying ban, so who knows where he could end up. Of course, we've got Dano in the McLaren doing a very good first impression for the Tango Orange team in P3. You obviously got Destroyer there in 4th. Been coming on strong over the last 3 races. Hasn't yet got a podium. Only just missed out on a podium in Baku 2 weeks ago. So be keen. You obviously got Locke up there in 5th place as well. The reserve drive for Racing Points are doing well for them. Of course, constructors can be involved. Obviously, at this point, Racing Point had the advantage ahead of both Renault and Ferrari. So, fascinating race ahead of us. Hopefully, we are going to enjoy it. Yeah, just looking over my records of who hasn't won a race so far this season. Obviously, you've got Raikkonen there. I think Raikkonen will be very disappointing in qualifying. I think he was very capable of a top 5 finish. Been very unlucky the last few races, but we know what he's capable of. I think Tedis has won, Invaders won, Dano Destroyer, Locker. McCracken won in China. He hasn't been on the podium since China, so he'll be another one. Looking forward to this. And you got Lincoln there, who's showing the pace. Hasn't been on the podium since Australia. Seems a while seems a while ago. Of course, he was on a point scoring record, the only driver that was in the points since the start of the season, but obviously didn't have a good race in Baku or Canada, but he seems to be back on it. Here we are under blazing sunlight, not a drop of rain unlike the last couple of days. Completely blue skies and sunny weather for this the F5 race. So I'll take you through the grid. Double obviously with that qualifying ban. We'll be keen to put it to one side. He's got to have a clean start and moving forward. He starts from 16th. Just ahead of him is Stars Orphan in the McLaren. And then we got Kabuki in 14th. X-Mando is the only driver that's gone different to everyone else. He's on the hard tyres, which could be interesting. And then you've got Tacticals in the Ferrari in 12th. Andy Yuskin, championship leader. This, for me, is probably the first real test, or the first big test for him in terms of where he starts. Let's see what he can do. Fresh tyres, though. See if we can move forward. Ahead of him is Hippo, who done very well to get into the top 10. He starts in 10th place. 9th is Daniel in the Red Bull. Just ahead of him is Raikkonen. Remember, these next lot were separated by half a second in the top 8, so in qualifying, so very competitive midfield, who will be best of the rest. Lincoln in 7th in the Racing Point. Just ahead of him is McCracken, who'll be keen to be scoring some good points. He's in 6th. Just ahead of him is Locker, the other Racing Point in P5. Obviously reserving for them at the moment. Destroyer in the house in P4. P3 is Dano, his first full-time drive in the McLaren. Doing well so far. And in our front row, the RT Invade, last week's winner, who edged out the guy that he starts alongside in Tedist, who is our pole position man in the Williams.
I'm back.
Just in time.
So
The only person on the hard tyres, Millsy, is Mando in 13th. Interesting call, that one. But if he stays with the lead pack, that could play a factor.
exactly. If he can keep in the DRS train, he should be okay.
And not a single drop of rain, Millsy.
I know.
Right, am I going to get a good camera angle out of this? I don't think I am. No. Got in Tedist and Invade on the first corner.
I'm going to sit on double. See if I can see anything from the back.
Okay. There we go. 27 laps for round number 10 of the season. The timing page is all over the place. I thought they fixed that, but hey-ho. But we are ready for the lights. When are they going to go? Here we go for 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights for the French Grand Prix. Bit of a long hold. Lights out and away they go. Invade's got a decent start ahead of Dano. They're running 2x2, some like 3 wide for the middle of the pack. Invade's trying to go around the outside of Tedist, but Tedist, I think, keeps the lead as
Double's got wing
McLaren and
damage.
Dano's gone wide. Oh, ring damage already. That's unfortunate, as I think Locker has got by, or was that Lincoln's got by Destroyer into 4th. Destroyer's going to go by, but he's got McCracken behind him as well.
Getting a bit feisty behind 10th.
Yeah. Invaders right up the gearbox of Tedis, though, to go onto the back straight. Here comes Invade, and I think he's going to sweep easily by Tedis into the lead. Yeah, he does. Just before the back straight chicane. So Tedis got the better start, but Invade halfway around the lap takes the lead away from Invade. And apart from a few taps here and there, Millsy, sounds pretty clean.
Yeah, there's a lot of wing damage at the back. I've got double wing damage and the skin wing damage. That's fine. I know Kabuki's got wing damage.
Andy Yuskin's been a bit clipped. He's even behind X-Mando, who's on the hard tyres, so not a good start for Andy.
Oh, he must have just made a mistake then, because he's got no He's missing them play.
He's in the pits.
Double's got a 5
Has
second
his
time
double.
penalty.
Speeding in the pit lane.
Oh,
Andy, Double and Kabuki in the pits on the first lap as McCracken and Destroyer went side by side through turn 1 and 2.
these lot are unfortunate now. I think they need a safety car.
Yeah. That was really unfortunate, and this, as I said with Andy, it's the first big kind of test from where he starts on the grid, and unfortunately got caught up in it.
Unfortunately, yes.
Dano around the outside of Tedis. Tedis seems to be dropping back here in this early stages because Dano's now moved into second. And Invade is already near 2 seconds up the road, so Dano's looking at this and thinking, I've got to start catching him back up. Look at Locker. Locker's looking a bit feisty, isn't he? Fourth place, right behind these guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's not letting them get away, that's for sure. Oh, my controller's missing that. There we go.
Bit of a lock-up as well. In terms of position gains, Tactical's up 3 places to be right behind his teammate. Who is right behind Lincoln.
Say, Invade's the only one really that's pulling away.
Well, right behind Lincoln, Raikkonen is looking for a move on the outside of turn 1. This will be brave. Last of the late breakers. Oh, nice move actually, he's got it done.
Nice.
Can Lincoln get back on the inside of turn 4? I don't think it's going to be close enough.
Destroyer's just picked up.
Oh, no,
What
no!
was
No.
that? A rear end tap?
Yeah. Oh. Same as last week, really. Raikkonen has been caught out as someone just trying to... I don't know whether Lincoln was fully alongside or not. Looked a bit late to me as the other racing points moving forward. Locker's got by Tedist.
Oh, it's not what you like to see, but it happens. It's racing.
No. It's one of those corners, turn 4. I think, you know, obviously from your own race earlier, you need to be fully alongside really to make a move. It's not a... Oh, Tedis! Jeez.
Invade's pushing really hard. He's got no ERS.
Yeah, it's not a...
He's got 10%
It's
ERS.
not a heavy... It's not a heavy braking zone turn 3, is it? So...
No, you go down to like 4.
Right, so Locker's into third now, but
Yellow
Tedis is coming back at him. Is that Raikkonen again? It is.
That inside curb by the looks of it. Any damage?
All falling apart.
No damage.
I don't think he got wind damage from that one.
No, he's got no damage.
No. Still got loads of this race to go, only on lap 4 though.
But yeah, I mean, all they need is a safety car. Brings them back into contention.
Yeah.
I mean, still though, I mean, we've got some moves being moved. Mando's just got past
What's
hip
going on? Locker and Tedist. Oh, side by side through the chicane. This is a bit awkward here. Tedist just stays ahead. It just seems to me Tedist is just dropping back in this early stage, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's just missing a couple of attempts here and a couple of attempts there, really. That's all he's missing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a... I would say this is a train behind him. Kraken, Destroyer and Locker here.
Definitely. I'm going to sit on Destroyer. He's at the back of this pack.
Hmm.
Oh, Kraken's looking for a move.
Yeah,
Locker.
bit of a jumpy from Locker. Oh, bit of rail rubbing. Bracken's through though. So apart from a few iffy moments, solid start from these guys in F5, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, what we still got third to eighth in like less than a second. The gap between them looking like it's going to be a competitive race. That's for sure.
I mean, we saw it in qualifying, didn't we? It was like half a second covering the top 8, so...
It was a very close qualifying.
Yeah. Xmando's not doing too bad in 11th on those hard tyres. He can keep up this pace there. Could be he's kind of the odd one out, isn't he, at the moment? It's like, where is he gonna come out when he's going to be on the faster tyres compared to all of them around him?
Well, I have kept an eye on him, and he's actually done some overtaking on some of these medium drivers. So, I mean, he started 13th, he's now in 11th, so he's making progress, he's not falling back. Like I said, he just needs to keep in this DRS train, which seems like he is. He'll be alright.
You'll be able to shed some light on this. ERS management around here, if I remember rightly from last season, it's difficult to manage, isn't it? Because you got that really long straight.
Well,
so you've got to be very careful, don't you?
I mean, my ERS yesterday would be completely different to this one, because in the way you generate more ERS anyway, you use less. So, but in like, I'd say this is like Zandvoort in a way, because even though Zandvoort's very twisty, there's not a lot of heavy braking zones. It's a lot of long, high-speed corners. So it is. You can generate it. It's just going to take a couple of laps. That's all.
Like for example, looking at Invade's ERS is already near the 10% mark, and you've got Dano behind him, is around about 50. So, I mean, Invade seems to be controlling the pace, but I guess if Dano uses a bit more ERS, he could be right up his gearbox.
I mean, Invade's not saving; he's still using. He's down to 3% now. But I mean, he's.
What I've learned with this game, as all tactical's got to move on Destroyer. Easy move. And turn 1 already got ahead of him.
Yellow flags. That's Kabuki.
Yeah, Kabuki's not having a good race either.
No, unfortunately.
Destroyer, unfortunately, is dropping back as well. It did start in 4th place, now in 7th. He's got Daniel over the back of him.
I think Mando's fell out of DRS now. Yeah, he has, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Still
Here
making
comes
good
Daniel on
progress.
Destroyer. Here comes Daniel on Destroyer, not fully... Whoa. Just backed out of it. Still using ARS. He wants to get by Destroyer now. Yep. Using that boost out of the chicane. Wait for a little onside turn 10. Yep.
Good overtake.
Nicely done. Yeah, just use that ERS boost out of the chicane, and obviously it's depleted it quite a bit, but he realised at that point he had to get by Destroyer, and fortunately Destroyer is now in 8th place.
Tactics.
Dano's now getting on with it a bit.
Oh. Yeah, Invade must have made a mistake. Yeah, he lost 1.4 seconds that lap. He must have made a mistake. Keep on Dano.
Bracken around the outside of Tennis through turn 1. Gets a time penalty though. Went over the curb. Pettis is going to be under pressure from Locker on this back straight, I think, if Locker gets a good exit. Which he doesn't, because Pettis might actually have a go back.
Pettis is going to get better draft off of McCracken than what Locker is on Pettis. Saying that though, Pettis has got a lot of overspeed.
Yeah.
He must be running a lower rear wing.
Maybe that's the reason why he's struggling in this early going. It's just a low air race. Can't keep the speed through the corners.
Wasn't it Pettis said did 3 laps on his tyres? No, who?
Oh, it was Invade that did.
Really?
Leader at the moment.
His tyres are looking pretty nasty though.
I think it was Invade and Destroyer, which would explain why Destroyer is kind of dropping back a bit. But
Yes, it was Invade and Destroyer.
yeah, Invade, in that case, Invade's doing very well. I actually know he's pitting. Because he had to.
Yeah, the tyres. But he still pulled the gap though. He still pulled time on Dano.
But the problem he's going to have now is, presumably he's going hards. He is, as Locker goes by Tedist. Locker's through as well. The only problem with Invade now is he's got to make those hard tyres last.
Very true. I mean, the hards are durable. They're very durable. Because I think last season, no, not last season, season before last, I think that's a different game now. I don't know.
Yeah.
The last game they were very durable, should I say.
So the only thing I guess Dano needs to do now is just basically extend this life he's got in the mediums now.
He's just got to run lean in a lot of heavy corners, like the whole of that sector, whole of the first sector. And if he can do that, then he should be able to extend them pretty good.
Not going to cover Invade off. So yeah, he's going for the I'll have fresher tyres at the end. McCracken though does bit, as does Locker, as does Tedist. And these 3 are all locked in the battle right now. Hippo feeding in the pit lane.
Unfortunate.
And McCracken is going to come out. There goes Invade. Invade's actually done a huge undercut, actually. He's got... But he's way ahead. He's a good near 6 seconds ahead of...
Wow.
No, that's over Kraken. That's over Kraken. It's over Dano. Need to know when Dano pits. Yeah, it was Dano who was fighting. It's when Dano pits is the gap there, but
even still though, Invade will be catching.
Right, so Invade. Eyes to those to stop. With Kraken, head of Locker, Tedist. Doubles yet to... No, double pitted on the first lap.
Dano's pitting.
Went on to mediums. It's an interesting one. So we would assume that Invade will take the lead, but Dano would have fresher tyres towards the end, I guess.
I mean, yeah, he's going to have 2 laps fresher. So...
And Invade is still pushing, he's still... Go on.
My times are a bit funny, that's all. Waiting for
Yeah.
them to sort themselves out.
Out comes Dano. So yeah, Invade retains the net lead. And I notice he used a lot of ERS out the last corner. He's been very aggressive with his ERS. Might come back to haunt him a little bit. So McCracken's got a bit of an issue here. He's stuck behind Orphan, who's yet to pit, and he's going to have Locker on his case. Orphan's not defending that much, I don't think. No. Allows McCracken go through, but oh no no no! Oh no 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 no!
What happened there?
Oh my god!
I was going with McCracken.
Yeah. Orphan kind of moved across because he's in his own race to let McCracken went back through. Went back right in front of Locker because I was in board of Locker. And yeah, miscommunication. He didn't realise how close Locker was, and Locker just hit the back of Orphan and damaged the front wing. And that is really unfortunate for Locker and for Orphan as well. I don't think, of course, there's no malicious in that at all. That's just a simple accident. Yeah, but Locker, that is really, because he was looking very strong. Chance of a podium as well.
You might be able to take a set of mediums to the end.
Yeah. Going to be way back though. Orphan back in as well, because I think he got spun out of all that. Oh! Destroyer behind Hippo. Hippo had a completely sideways moment. And Destroyer's through. On the inside. Obviously the other unfortunate thing is Locker was right behind McCracken for a decent battle. And apart from Destroyer and Hippo's going to go back at him at turn 10.
Nice move.
Around the inside, nice move. Yeah, apart from that, it's a little bit spread out at the moment, which is unfortunate, but... That's Lincoln and... Tactical's just come in. Tactical's going to rejoin.
Ooh. Lincoln just come out of the pits and almost got side swiped. That's the only thing about this track is the pit exit is actually the racing line.
Oh, Hippo and Destroyer. And side by side, they're locked in a battle here.
Lincoln's right behind them.
Ooh. Oh, this is getting a bit banging tyres between these two, and Lincoln's like, do I stick my nose in or not?
I was just watching it then as well. Yeah, he was like, do I, don't I?
No. Leave the two. Oh, this is getting a bit feisty there. Destroyer again banging tyres with Hippo. Locker's like, okay, I'll just take that place. It's like, do I really want to be involved in this? Oh, Hippo, don't go any outside there, jeez. That was close. The Tacticals, after his pit stop, has come out right behind Teddy, so there is a battle there.
Watch this one.
Apart from that, all you have now is where is Mando going to re-emerge when he pits on his medium tyres?
Tactics is right at the rear of Ted first, Tedis, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah. Oh,
Easily
nice little
done.
dummy.
Easily done.
Good move from Tacticals.
Ted
Tedis
first
on
coming back.
the... Yeah.
At the inside.
Nice. He's trying his best, Tedis, but it seems its race pace is just not with the front runners at the moment, is it?
See, this could go on for a while because they're on very similar ERS as well. So this could go on for a few laps. Just whoever's in DRS needs to not use it, overtaking. Prime place to save it.
Yeah. Going on with Lincoln here. Lunging. Oh dear.
Whoa.
Both racing points in the wars. Went for a... I didn't exactly get the best camera angle. Had it on broadcast rather than TV pod, but it looked like a lunge from that angle on Destroyer. Got his nose cut off. Round he went. And he was set back after them again.
So Lincoln doesn't have any missing end plates, so I don't think there's any damage.
Yeah. And to think as well, both racing points, they were looking good for like good points.
I mean, again, Invade's just pulling away from Dano at the moment. Got Kraken catching up to Dano.
Yeah, slowly. Does have a penalty though, and if those around him don't get one, I think that might catch him out.
Closest fight we've got to the P, well, 13th and 14th, Jay Locker on Andy Erskine. It's the closest fight.
Yeah. Andy's just pitted, and I mean, yeah, ever since that. It's the thing around this track, the safety car is rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can happen, but it is rare. So when you get in a first lap incident, which Andy was in, and in double, they're not far off points, but they need something else to happen, I think.
Yeah, they need a safety car. Unfortunately, it's one of those races.
Yeah. I guess the good thing for Andy at the moment is he's going to have a move from Locker here. And oh, again! Again, not fully alongside, bit of contact made. Mando's in the pits. Onto his mediums. You're going to come out ahead of Hippo. No, behind Hippo, so that's 9th place.
Now,
Where do you think Mando's going to end up? He's on the faster tyre.
I think he could probably make his way all up to 6th.
Yep.
Depending on the pace that he's got and the pace of people around him. People are quite spread out, so there's not going to be a lot of fighting going on ahead apart from 6th and 7th.
Yeah, Destroyer now on the back of Daniel. Fade seems to be controlling this race at the moment.
It does seem that way. I mean,
Let's check his ERS quickly.
Vade just seems to
19.
have that pace whenever he wants it.
You know what it is? It invades about 20% ERS. Dano's on 60%. Dano needs to use this if he wants to win this race. Oh, good exit by Destroyer. Destroyer's going to have him.
Oh, easily.
Outside.
Thank you very much. Does he come back though? No, he lost it. Unlucky.
Didn't have a good turn one, did Daniel? So he's dropped back. Lincoln's left. Could you line him back, please?
Yep.
Yes. Right. So Mando's first target is going to be Hippo in front of him. He's got a bit of ARS to play with, so see what he can do.
Send Lincoln there.
ARS.
Send Lincoln in the boat.
Okay. Oh, is it going to be fully onside? I think so. Hippo didn't defend it that much, but Mando's on the faster tyre, so now he could set off after Daniel and his teammate Destroyer. I guess the only positive for Andy at the moment is, yes, he's outside the points, but his nearest rival Tedist is currently in 5th and only getting 10. I guess that's the only positive, I guess, for his race so far.
Yeah. Oh. Let's have a look at penalties.
Actually, I think even if Mando gets close enough, as long as he stays penalty free, he's got them anyway.
Yeah. My timing's messed up again, so...
Yeah, mine went a little bit. I think he's going to catch them anyway, because he's gapped Hippo nearly 2 seconds in like half a lap. He's catching these guys very quickly.
I mean, at this rate... Yeah, I think he's definitely going to get sick if nothing happens. I mean, even with penalties as well, actually. Have a look.
I'm just looking at Raikkonen's race as well. It's just outside the points, but he's penalty free and he's catching Lincoln hand over fist.
And he's on older
So
tyres.
Raikkonen, yeah, so Raikkonen could still get good points. I mean, Hippo's on 11 seconds, Lincoln's on 6. So yeah, still get a few points from it, but again, and like last week, very unlucky. I think Destroyer's doing a bit of teamwork here for his teammate behind. Ooh. A penalty for Destroyer.
Definitely seems to be holding... Like, he got past Daniel very easily, but he just doesn't seem to be able to pull away.
No. Yeah, Mando's with his target. It's going to find this very difficult to get by Daniel initially, because Daniel's right behind his teammate. Oh, bit of a weaving going on. Daniel having none of it. Lunging up on the inside and takes the move ahead of Destroyer. Is Destroyer going to now make way for Mando, because Mando's right on them?
I would have thought so. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking for a second, are you going to run side by side through there?
Cost Mando a warning, though.
Yeah.
At this rate, he might be able to catch 5th. Still at 8, 7 laps.
I'd say he's got to get by Daniel, like, on this next straight, maybe. He might be able to.
Yeah. Easy.
Easy peasy, there we go. So, 6th place. I'd say depends how much he catches Tedis on this lap.
He should be able to... Well, he might be able to catch him. But I remember Ted is on 10 lap old house as well. So they're not going to be feeling exactly great.
Destroyer and Daniel still going at it.
Still.
Oh, this is going to be a brave move for Destroyer because he's not got much overspeed because of the DRS. And Daniel's still there. Oh,
Nice move.
close. They're giving each other room where it needs to, by the looks of it. Say it for me at the moment. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, caught it, but the slides cost him. Caught on the curb and I think too eager on the throttle.
It's a very tough corner. You want to be as close to that inside as possible, but for some reason that curb just destabilizes your car.
Oh, Hippo. Oh, this is a lot of oversteer. It was catch and destroy so much before turn 1. I thought he was going to have a move. Thought better of it. How's Invade getting on? Invade's been more aggressive than the RS. Dano seems to be... He's using it, but he's not using it as aggressively.
Invade's just dominated the race.
Mm.
I mean, there's not much more you can really say, and it's been a great drive from him.
Yeah. Driver of the day candidates for me is... Oh no, Daniel! Oh, I hope that doesn't cost him too much.
What did I miss?
I left the session. Daniel has.
Okay, I'll get him back.
Oh, destroy it! Don't land in there. Yeah, this is going to cost Daniel. Hippo and Destroy going to move by him.
I've invited him back.
Yes. Yeah, this AI car is going to cause a little bit of issues. Destroy trying to get involved. Hopefully Hippo should be able to get by here now. Yeah. It's Destroyer. I hate it when this happens. You just got to really react what the AI does. Oh, and he's...
Yeah, the AI are very erratic and very slow in the corners.
Yeah.
Oh, doubles retired.
Doubles out. In the pits. In the pits, yeah.
Why? He's got no penalties, and he was in 11th.
He was 12 seconds off the next guy ahead of him.
Oh, was
so
he? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he just thought it weren't worth it. I mean, still get safety car. Still 2 laps. We can run a safety car, so... I mean, if a safety car comes out now, he's going to shoot. He's going to kick himself.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done that. I did that Japan last season.
It's one of those you don't blame him, but...
You don't blame him, but... Yeah.
Is that weird scenario? Is that you don't blame him, but you still question it?
I mean, I'm not one to give up, so...
No. I hold my hand up, I've done it before.
Oh, I have done it, don't get me wrong. I have done it, but it's very rare.
Ooh.
Vague's just pulling away nearly 6 seconds in the lead.
Yeah. You know, it's that thing about whole ERS. I just feel that if Daniel was a bit more aggressive here, just using it in sparingly. Oh, don't get me wrong, second place for Dano would be great. His first full-time driver McLaren, not put a foot wrong. Still second, but I think it's too late now. I think it's, as you say, it's nearly 6 seconds. I think it's too much of a gap.
Yeah. I hate this ERS system, I do.
Yeah.
I preferred the old one, where you could turn it off wherever you wanted to.
The battle at the moment is for 7th place. Hippo just ahead of Destroyer. Needs to... Oh, Hippo again!
Hippo. Getting a bit loose there.
Difficult corner, isn't it? Because you want to get the good exit.
This is actually position Hippo Destroyer, because Hippo has 11 seconds worth of penalties. And Destroyer has 12. So they're both going to get jumped by Daniel. And Brightman.
Are they though? Are they? Because they're pulling away.
Hippo won't. But Destroyer at this rate will be. Destroyer needs to be...
He's desperate to find a way by.
Yeah, Destroyer needs to have 9 seconds over Daniel not to be jumped. And he's now going to start currently fighting with Hippo, so that's going to slow them down.
Ooh. See that Alfa Romeo looks very, very loose on the exit of the corners.
Very straight.
It's easily fighting it.
Very straight.
Yeah.
Very straight. Very fast on the straight, should I say.
Raikkonen's moved by Daniel. Destroyer's got a run on Hippo. Can't really use it though. Oh, we're trying to go on the outside. Oh, and bit of argy-bargy there, I think. But I don't. He's trying to go around on an outside of a corner that you really shouldn't do. It's a bit ambitious, but he's got damage from it.
Who, Destroyer?
Yeah.
Oof. Oh yeah.
Try to go then the outside of turn 4.
Yeah.
Which.
Yeah, that's definitely not an overtaking place.
Yeah, it's one of those that at the same time Hippo maybe should have given him more room, but
I mean,
why was Destroyer trying to do it?
if you got a pair of steals, I mean, go for it.
Daniel's dropping back. He's dropped back behind Lincoln and Raikkonen. So actually Raikkonen's now moved in a position where he could actually get 8th, maybe 7th out of this.
Daniel's got no damage, so maybe his tyres are starting to go. But they look okay, they're only 40 laps old.
I just noticed something, right? The lead gap is near 6 seconds.
Oh,
It's about 4.
Yeah.
And you know why that is? Look at the ERS. Nano's now used it. It's as I said, he's now used it a lot more aggressively. He's gained 2 seconds in the last lap and a half.
But like we said, it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, the damage is already done, unfortunately. I mean, yes, they've got older tyres, 2 lap older tyres. So maybe that's having a little effect, but...
How many warnings does Invade have currently? Because I'm just thinking this burst of speed might put in... Oh, he has 1. Oh.
Dano
Okay.
has 0.
Okay.
So...
I was going to say it might put Invade under a bit of pressure.
Luckily the fastest lap.
Mando's within... He has caught Tedist, but he's 2 seconds behind with 2 laps to go, and he has a penalty, so I think Tedist might hang on to 5th.
I mean, Raikkonen, he's going to jump all the way to 7th.
7th, yeah.
I mean, considering what happened at the start, like he spun twice.
Frustrated, but take it.
Yeah, frustrated, but he's kept his nose clean. Got no penalties. Which is quite hard to do around here.
It's one of those for me, and yeah, it's one of those that obviously the pace, the fact that he's kept his nose clean is, you know, he's what was he 13th at one point. He's made himself up to 9th. He'll be 7th.
Yep. I'd say that's a great recovery drive. Not many points, but points are points at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to be happy with that drive, considering what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Mando's caught 6/10, but like he said, he's got a penalty, so this is all for nothing really, but pride.
For me, there's 3 potential driver of the days. Obviously, the vote goes on to Twitter, so on and so forth. But for me personally, it's between Invade, Tacticals, and Mando.
I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yellow flag.
Is that Orphan?
Orphan
Orphan Locker, possibly. Yeah. Shout out to Kabuki, by the way. 55 seconds off of anybody, but it's not retiring.
Yep.
Practice. Oh! Oh no!
Oh,
Invade
Invade's got a
puncher!
puncture! Front left!
No!
Oh no!
Oh, Invade! 18 laps. Oh my word!
Destroyer's
Destroyer's out. Invade's trying to block it.
No,
He's
Invade's
got
trying
nothing.
to correct. He's got no control right there.
Yeah.
He is
Dano's just
racing.
gotta-
He is racing.
He's got to bide his time. He's got no
race.
control.
Why are you racing?
Why are you still doing it? He's still trying to... Oh, he's got a time penalty, surely.
Yeah.
This is all... Whoa! It's all getting a bit messy. I don't know how... Invade is still keeping up with a puncher.
Neither do I. How's he taking these
Oh.
corners with a puncher?
He's doing a Hamilton. He's doing a
No,
Hamilton
he-
right now, isn't he? Oh,
God.
Kraken!
Jeez.
Dano takes the lead. What unfortunate circumstances for Invade. This is going to move Tacticals onto the podium. But Dano is going to take the race win as long as he doesn't get a punch on this last lap. And this shows... Wow. 18 laps.
Invade's
For
been took at the
Invade,
last
he's
corner.
going to miss out on the podium. But Dano is going to take the victory. His first time in McLaren.
Oh,
Does he take it?
that's gonna sting.
He does.
That is gonna sting.
Tacticals to second. Kraken ends up being on the podium as well. Invade to 4th place.
Here we go. Is Raikkonen.
That is 5th. I think Raikkonen is going to get 7th. Or is he going to get 6th? Should get
7th.
7th. He did get 7th. Hippo 8th. Lincoln 9th.
I actually feel.
Andy Yuskin. What?
I actually feel bad for Invade.
Yeah. Andy Yuskin actually got 9th at the end of that.
Wow.
Good recovery drive from Andy. Yeah, because Lincoln had a load of penalties. He drops out of the points, so no points for Racing Point. Daniel picks up the last point in 10th. Oh, wow. You got to feel for Invade. I mean, he tried to keep it.
That got spicy in the last lap.
Yeah, he didn't want to let it go easy, did he?
No, he didn't. I'm surprised.
Blimey.
I'm surprised he defended for that long. There.
Mm. Oh, there's a timing page thing. Apparently Lincoln should have finished 9th. Happened a lot recently with the penalties and all that, but
Yes, it has.
well, we have a story for everyone on the podium. So you've got Dano, who, by the way, we have a new winner in RSF1, and that is Dano in the McLaren. First time, full-time seat in RSF1, and he's delivered the goods. Tacticals came from 12th to 2nd. And McCracken, who I said had no points for 3 races, he's back on the podium. Alright, can you run us through our top 10, please?
Okay, so our winner is Dano 1 through 2 in McLaren. Second, we've got MV Tacticals in Ferrari. Third, we've got McCracken in the Renault. Fourth, we've got Invade in the AlphaTauri. Fifth, we've got Tedist in the Williams. Sixth, we've got Mando in the Haas. Seventh, we've got RSF1 Raikkonen in the Ferrari. Eighth, we've got Hippo in the AlphaTauri. Ninth, we've got Alfa Romeo, sorry. In 9th, we've got Andy Yuskin in the Renault, and in 10th, we've got Daniel P45 in the Red Bull.
Thank you very much. Ooh, and all 3 have joined us, so if you could include your audio, please. How do you want to do this, Milsey?
You can take first and third.
Okay, then you got second, yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet. Alright, so 3rd place to McCracken, and this has got to be a very relieved. Relieved? Is that even a word?
Nothing sweet.
Yeah, I don't know what the word I'm trying to look for is. You got to be very thankful for this podium, because you haven't been on the podium since China.
I won in China, yeah.
Yes, and obviously you've had not the best last few races or so. 3 not in the points, so this has got to be. Yeah, you've got to be very, very happy with this third place. Got a little bit spicy in front of you on the last lap. But yeah, you were there. You had very good pace throughout this evening around France. So yeah, you've got to be very happy with that.
Yeah, it was an interesting race. It was quite fun. Yeah, a lot of battles, which was good. Got a battle with Tedis and Locker, and that was fun. I got myself into third. I picked up an early penalty, which isn't good because I think in France it's quite easy to not pick up anything. So I was quite unlucky. It was during the fighting that I picked up the penalty. I was trying to pull away from Tedis as much as I could, and then I seen the tactics got past Tedis, and I was like, oh wait, that gets me a bit of time. So I kind of relaxed a little bit and kind of just drove around for a bit, and then I looked back and seen he was inside the 3 seconds, and I panicked a little bit. I was like, oh no. The problem I had was I was like, I'm going to save everything right, and then the last 3 laps I'm going to push like hell. But when I got to that point, I looked at my tyres and I couldn't afford to put it in put my fuel in rich at all. Like I just couldn't afford it. My tyres would have popped. Like my tyres were so close to death that I could not push the way I wanted to. So I kind of not accepted the fact that I was going to get 4th, but I was sure I was going to get 4th at that point. Which I was still happy with. I mean, I had a good race, and then Invade in front gets the puncture. He did pit a lap before me, so it's unlucky. He pitted a bit early. He had a good race, but it happens, doesn't it? So I'm happy to get a body out of it.
Yeah, he did 3 laps on his mediums in Q2.
Yeah,
to set his best lap. Yeah. So he had to pit early, and then that obviously led to the puncture. So it all counts in the qualifying.
Well, I'm glad he did third. I mean, I didn't think I was going to get into the podium, so I'm definitely happy with that.
I was going to say, obviously the hard time that you've had in the last 3 races, I guess you would have been happy with even the top 5.
Hard times saying it lightly, I should say. I'd like to say words that I shouldn't be saying on stream about what I've been doing recently in the past couple of races. So yeah, it's good to be back. Congrats obviously to Tacticals as well. Really good pace for him to fight and noticed that I had the 3 seconds and pushed that, and obviously Daniel had a really good race as well. So yeah, well deserved everyone. Good race.
Obviously in terms of yourself and your team, obviously for your own personal gain, you're back kind of in the championship around. Still a long way to go in terms of yourself. And as for the team, obviously a difficult race for Andy. Still picked up a couple of points, but difficult race for him nonetheless. So it's good that you got on the podium for the Renault team.
Yeah, well, Renault's all the way. You know what I mean, best team about.
Oh yes, I would most certainly agree. Now that I am in Renault, now I have actually a team to cheer. So yeah.
No one cares about the other teams. It's all about Renault.
Of course, I am neutral, so yeah. But yeah, Renault all the way. Austria next time out.
Oh, I love Austria. Last season I got taken out of turn 1, so hopefully if I last longer in turn 1 I'll be fine.
You go longer, you go to turn 2, and then you get taken out.
I mean,
I'm joking.
To be honest, I'm not going to lie. It's one of my best tracks. I'm fast there. Yeah. It's just whether I can get the quality together. For some reason I've had an issue all season with just not doing well in quality.
Well, all the best to you, and well done on your third place. Your third podium. Fourth podium.
Yeah.
4th. So, well done on that.
Cheers.
Hand over to Milsey.
So with 2nd place, MV Tactics. How did your race go, in your own words?
Really well, to be fair. I just wanted to make sure on this particular race I didn't pick up any penalties at all, and starting in 12th with fresh mediums, I just wanted to try and survive the first couple of corners, which I did. And I just got into it. Was really surprised with a couple of drivers in front of me. That looks like they didn't have the most decent races, and I was able to just to get past them, which really surprised me. and then just slowly but slowly picking up and catching up with McCracken. And I really wanted to have some revenge over China and be able to get past him. Yeah, it's still sore. And I was just fighting with him for those 3 seconds. I knew he picked up a 3-second time penalty, and I was trying to work within it. There was a couple of laps where he was getting over it, but as I've heard McCracken say, he was holding everything, and I was as well, and I was just trying to match him. And then I just heard on the stream that obviously Invade had a puncture, and I just really wanted to hunt him down to try and make absolutely sure that I got a podium. So really pleased with the race, really pleased with my pace, going from 12th to 2nd. I couldn't ask for any more, to be fair. Well done to Dano, well done to McCracken, and just unfortunate for Invade, but as McCracken said, these things happen.
Okay, so I mean, not much more I can ask about that. You give me
All
a
I
good
say is
rundown there.
Ferrari's better. All I say is Ferrari's better.
Ah, there we go.
I mean, let's be honest, we all know who the real winners are. But Austria, do you like Austria?
I do. The next few races I'm really looking forward to is Austria, the Silverstone, 2 really good tracks that I absolutely love. So really looking forward to next week. And yeah, just really have to be on the podium, and 4th last week, podium this week. So yeah, just trying to pick up points and trying to stay up with the top 5 to try and stay with them, to be fair.
Brilliant. Well done on your 2nd place, and hopefully you'll be on the podium next week.
Hopefully so. Cheers.
Brilliant. I'll pass you back over to Michaels.
Yeah, very good drive. Obviously, outside the top 10 tacticals, and good for Ferrari as well. Obviously, Raikkonen as well. You outscored Renault, so you closed the gap. So, yeah, very well done.
Yeah, it's all about just piling pressure on Renault. You know, I was behind Raikkonen when he had a bit of an incident, so I feel very sorry for my teammate, because he could have had a really good result if he wouldn't have had that contact through the turns. But some points for Ferrari too, right? So just keep piling the pressure on Renault.
Yeah. He'll be back. It's racing, and he'll be back from it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, definitely.
Right. But we head to our race winner, and we have a new winner in RSF1, and that is Dano132. What can I say? Your first. I accidentally pressed A. Okay, that's wrong. Yeah, what can I say, Dana? Your first time, full time in a McLaren, in RSF1. Obviously, you joined a few weeks ago, and in no time, you've won your very first victory. Some would say a little bit fortunate, obviously, with Invade's puncher, even though he still tried to fight it, which was interesting. But no, you were there and showed the pace to be there as well. So you're going to be very, very happy with the race win today.
Yeah, gave me a heart attack at the end when he was fighting me, to be honest. Can't deny that. I think it was a good job that I got past Tedis when I did, because he just dropped back from the start. Thought I was there the whole race, really. Definitely deserved a podium through my pace, and at the end I was just trying to save fuel for a last minute push to try and get Invade to like mess up or get a penalty at the end. So that was kind of my plan at the end, but other than that, he gave me a heart attack at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, it was almost like he was doing a Lewis Hamilton trying to fight with 3 wheels. But yeah, I guess we can blame in the, race victory being taken away like that. But yeah, as you said, you were there all throughout qualifying, had a very solid qualifying to begin with, put you in a good position for the race, and as you said, got past Tedis in that first stint. Seemed to be key. And then obviously you pitted and you were there as well. You seem to be running a little bit conservative in terms of ERS, compared to Invade. Invade was like constantly under 20% after the first 5 laps, and you were kind of at the 60%. Was that around about the plan, or were you just
To be
holding
honest,
station
my
at that
whole
point.
plan was to keep it up until near the end unless I was in a proper battle where I wasn't really. So the plan was to have a big push at the end. Because I knew Invade had those older tyres, so... I was
Yeah,
mainly based in my race at the end, to be honest.
All good. Is this a result you expected around France? Is France a good track for you?
I mean, it is one of my better, so if anywhere I was going to win, it probably would be here, yeah.
Well, but yeah, very, very well done victory. Obviously you joined into the championship. Obviously, that's a third of the way in. I think we're in at the moment. Maybe there'll be less than that. Nearly halfway through. So obviously, drivers' championship might be a little bit out of reach. But in terms of constructors, you're definitely doing well for McLaren. So I guess your aim is to continue having a good, strong results for the rest of the season.
Yeah. First aim, get into the top 10 drivers. I'm not sure how far away I am now, but that's the first goal.
UP won't be that far off, I think, actually, with that. So, all good. Next week, Austria. I'm personally looking forward to it. In terms of a commentator's point of view for you guys, but what is your thought for next week?
It is one of my better tracks. So I am hoping for a top 5, maybe a podium if it goes well.
Well, we'll see what happens. But until then, very, very well done. You are now on the list of RSF1 winners.
Thank you.
Well, there we go, Millsy. What did you think?
It was the whole race. It was full of battles. Quietened off a bit at the start, but overall I think it was a good race. I would have liked to have seen a bit of wet, bit of rain. But unfortunately, we didn't get that.
Yeah, as you said, quietened off around halfway through, but it's what it is sometimes. But yeah, picked up towards the end, and once again, FI delivered with the drama. And of course, there'll be drivers that will be keen to put France to one side and move on to Austria next week. I am looking so much forward to this next week. Oh, I hope I don't miss it for any reason, because this is one of my favourite tracks to watch a race around. It's small, compact, can rain. Oh, it's so good. So definitely looking forward to it. And I'm sure these guys as well are looking forward to it. And F5 will be back next week. Make sure you join us. I'm hyping it up. It better be an entertaining race. Better be. For the rest of this week, though, we have 3 more races around France to deliver. We have the F1 boys next tomorrow, which should be Blazer and Hippo in the commentating box. And then F4 round us off on Thursday with Spooky and Mega Centurion, both at 8 o'clock. Make sure you watch that if you can, or if you want to. Milsey, thank you very much for your company.
No problem. Seen you needed a hand, so I thought that about.
Oh, I do very much appreciate it. Your podium for F5 today: P3 for McCracken in the Renault, P2 for Tacticals in the Ferrari, and first for Dano in the McLaren. We will see you next time for the Austrian Grand Prix in F5. Until then, take care and good night.
Okay, good night.